morning, viewers. Welcome to yet another episode of Track, Telling Reality and Creating Knowledge. I am your host, Obadiah Moses, and today I will be taking you down the train to on a chit-chat that we're going to have this morning about the current happenings of ADUN and the things that are unfolding in this school. Thank you so very much. And before I will introduce our guests, I would like to remind you of what we actually did on our last episode. And we just had a little run through on why or how people see it as making it before 30, whether it's actually real or it's overrated. You know, most times people are around, let's say our parents and our guardians and our friends, they try to push us to see us make it before 30 years. And they are feeling like, actually, if you don't make it before 30, you have not actually reached that particular place. But I feel it has actually been overrated. And there were so many, we had two guests, that's Mr. Esiri and Mr. Babatunde, and they actually discussed about it. So please, in case they are pressurizing to make it, go back to our episode, watch. It's going to be an insight for you. It's going to open eyes for you to understand whether it actually, whether it's worth it to be pressurized to make it before 30 or it's not. So about that, having said all of that, I think it's high time we move to our own today's episode, and we're going to have a chit chat right now. And with me here, I have two guests, one on my left and one on my right. The one on my left, a handsome daddy and a father. He's no other than Mr. Akande Ahmed. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. I'm a young man, handsome young man actually.
Oh my God. Thank you so very much. You say he's a handsome young man. He never gets old. Thank you so very much for coming, sir.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
All right. And on my right, I have a beautiful, elegant woman sitting right here. Maybe she might tell me she's a young lady. I don't know. No other person than Mrs. Agu Nkechi. You're welcome, ma.
Thanks for having me.
Hope you will not tell me you're not a woman, you're a young girl.
Of course, I'm a beautiful damsel.
So thank you so very much. All right, thank you for having you guys here. You're going to actually go down the train to discuss about happenings in Admiralty University of Nigeria, where we actually work. Actually, he is one of our admin officers. Okay, I'd like to let him just introduce himself and then his position. Thank you so very much.
Okay, once more, thanks for having me, Mr. Obadiah. Akande Ahmed. I am a bursary staff. I'm in the bursary department of the university. I am the head of the procurement unit in the bursary department of Admiralty University of Nigeria.
Thank you so very much. Lovely having you here. Please, ma'am, you also introduce yourself and tell us your position.
Okay, good morning. My name is Agu Nkechi, ICP unit.
Because there have been recent developments, recent activities that are quite a lot for us to come and share with you out there so that you understand, okay, what's happening and know the things that are taking place here in this school. All right, thank you so very much. Okay, you know, recently we had what we call the Light of ADUN that recently occurred. Let me just say, the school, since the coming of the new VC, that's Professor Christopher Bankwele Indubisi Ogbugbo. There has been new activities happening in the school. For example, the Light of ADUN. I don't know whether you've actually noticed that. I have noticed that there have been they have installed new solar panels, like solar lights. And I think it's almost everywhere. I don't know whether I have a comment on that.
Well, I would summarize that within the phrase, let there be light, comma, and more light.
And more light.
Exactly.
So not there is light, but and more light. Exactly. Oh, yes, sir.
It's let there be light and more light. And from the insight I have, from benefit of hindsight of my position in the university, I can assure you, you have not seen anything yet. There will still be more light project coming up. Electrification project, let me now use it, let me be specific. Electrification project coming up in the university, courtesy of, like you have said, the Vice Chancellor, Professor CBN Obubu.
Wow. Wow. We're expecting more. As you just said that, I'm just feeling this electrification flowing through my veins. We're going to have more and more.
You will have a feeling that you are not in Nigeria. That's where we are heading. I would start by saying the first electrification project you mentioned, that is the retrofitting of the existing streetlight poles we have in the university.
Okay.
By the time the VC resumed, most of them were off because the initial solar street lights we had, were bad. They required maintenance.
Okay.
So instead of going for those same specifications, the VC upgraded what it meant of grant. We have our in-house subject matter expert in renewable energy in the university. Yes. I'm talking about Professor Diora. Professor Joseph Diora. He was brought, the VC contacted him, he introduced a company to us that are specialists in this, and they proposed a retrofitting with a 100-watt panel.
Wow.
Solar street light. About 92 of those were retrofitted of the existing poles. Working late, I closed one evening and I was sharing with colleagues that you can practically snap pictures here and pass it that you are in South Africa, nobody will argue with you.
Wow.
That's the current, that was then. I'm talking about that was 3 months ago. Before we now had another addition
of the light
of about, I don't want to miss figures, but I know it's more than 200 poles by Niger Delta Development Commission.
Wow. In
areas that never been lit up before, within our gardens and the likes, and our fence, even outside the university gate. So if you are approaching the university from about 2 kilometers away, we lit up the highway.
I noticed it because I was seeing poles when I was coming on the highway. That's close to that Chinese company.
Exactly, and you will see the project signboard in the university. That's an emergency Niger Delta Development Commission project of additional street light to our existing poles. Okay. So practically, no more dark shade in the university.
No more dark shades. Darkness eliminates. Light, show your face. That was just one of the key things I love about the school. Now you're moving inside the school, you think you're in the UK, in South Africa, in all these vastly developing countries that have moved.
I would upgrade that. You recall, I said when the initial retrofitting took place, you could actually tell anybody, I am in South Africa. With the additional light from NDDC, you are no longer in Africa. You can easily tell anybody, I'm in Las Vegas.
Oh. Okay, let me just leave it there. I have to change it. Sometimes in English you have to change it because you lack the words to express it. Make I just leave it there. Please, man, can we hear your comments on that?
Yeah. Initially passing through ADUN months back, it wasn't like this. This light of ADUN brought total beautification within this environment. Everywhere lights, at night, at midnight, all through the environment, all through. There's no place that has been left out. Everywhere is just light up. I'll say big thanks to our professor, CBN Obubu.
CBN is working. We will call him our CBN, our Central Bank of ADUN. Thank you so very much for that. Oh, it's really interesting actually. So if you're thinking of ADUN, come to a place that it will shine the light for you. Because ADUN is actually a shining light. It will open. In fact, if you're in the darkness of both not seeing well, come to ADUN. At night, it's like daytime. So in the night, in the afternoon, in the evening, all is just normal daytime to us. It's just like a normal day. So thank you so very much. And then, apart from even that, I even noticed that there are even new constructions currently. Like, I saw that they are now constructing hostel. As in, it was not just light. Now there are constructions taking place. Not just the 2 hostels we are having for the students. They are having like extra 3 more that they are constructing 2, and then 1 is almost being complete by the state government. And then we still have staff quarters that is being built. We are seeing lecture rooms, lecture halls that are being built. And then we still have, what did I think about even missing out? I think those are...
A hall.
A hall.
Yes, there's a hall that's under construction in the university.
Wow. Please, sir, can you give us more insight on those things?
Okay, those projects you can see taking place are actually from federal government appropriation, 2024 appropriation allocated to the university. So there are several lots of construction concurrently taking place. You have identified 2 hostels.
Yes, sir.
The specification of those hostels are a replica of our existing hostels. You know, we currently have a male hostel and a female hostel.
Yes, sir.
We are repeating those 2 gigantic structures.
Wow.
In the 2024 appropriation allocated to the university. In addition to that, we also have our faculty building. Again, like the existing faculty buildings,
Okay.
You know, our farms building, the law faculty building, the science faculty building, a replica of that is taking place currently, you know, by the, what we call our Admiralty.
Oh,
behind the law auditorium. Exactly. So a building like Faculty of Law.
Yes.
You know, about 84 meters long by 22 meters. You know, that will have several classrooms, that will have office building for the deans and HODs, and, you know, classroom halls for the students is taking place there. Then something like the law auditorium is being replicated beside the by the fence, beside the sports complex, by the stadium.
Yes.
So what is the construction you are seeing there is another production of the law auditorium,
okay,
as we currently have it. Then you also mentioned something around staff quarters.
Staff quarters.
That's, I guess you are talking about the building that is coming up behind the Vice Chancellor's Lodge.
Yes.
Okay? Professor CBN Obubu again, on his arrival, says no, his principal officers should not be staying in the current setup we have as, you know, the staff quarters. They should be elevated, and each one of them should have their apartment.
Wow.
So I believe this is not letting the cat out of the bag. My prof, I'm looking at the camera now. The Vice Chancellor, I believe I'm speaking your mind. The Vice Chancellor is erecting a 5-bedroom duplex that is suitable for the status of the principal officer of this university.
Wow. Wow. see construction, see work. A man who is working, see construction. Just imagine, within just a few time that he was just here. And things are now, they are trying to create more a conducive environment.
I don't mean to interject.
Yes.
You said few time. I think the Vice Chancellor himself, if you and in an engagement with him, in a discussion with him, he will tell you, Ahmed, I don't have time. The man is in a hurry to deliver. If I'm right from the perception of what I get from him.
Yes.
You said the tenure is 5 years. In the conversation with him, he will tell you it's no longer 5 years. So in less than 6 months that he's been here, we are talking about lighting up, and we are talking about construction of the principal officer's quarters. What you are seeing there is, that is currently going on for him, is a guinea pig. It's a test. When he achieves it, he's going to replicate 4 others for the other principal officers.
Wow. I am aware that he just did 5 months. He's currently 5 months.
And we are feeling like we've had him for over a year.
Like over a year. Just imagine. So imagine when he does a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years.
No,
I'm sure this place will look like it's a United States of Admiralty, our USA. Or is it not?
Yes, I agree. Totally agree with you. You know, we are no longer running shortage of classrooms, halls for meetings, you know, hostels, no longer shortage. You know, everything is just moving smoothly within a short period of time of CBN Ububo. A great thanks to him. Our story have completely changed. Thanks to him once again.
And I think you still do more.
Yes, exactly. We are seriously banking on him. Yeah.
So with all of these things, I think we have a lot.
I would say that, you know, we are not there yet.
No, we surely get there.
But we are on our way there.
Yes.
Hostel-wise, by the time we complete the project that is currently ongoing, that will continue into 2025. Recall I said it's from 2024 allocation to the federal allocation to the university. It will continue to 2025. Then by the time the allocations for 2025 arrive, by the time the federal government funds the budget for 2025, we expect that we'll have completed those hostels and we'll be able to double our existing capacity. That, of course, also put into consideration, like you mentioned earlier, the Delta State government is constructing a donation for the university that is half of our existing capacity, you know, for a single hostel. We have 74 rooms in our existing hostels. In our existing hostel, a block of it, though this is about 35 room or thereabouts, the donation from the Delta State government.
Yes.
When that come on stream, and we're also able to complete these 2 we have started, that would have, you know, to a long extent, taking care of student hostels. Then with the faculty building that I mentioned earlier,
yes,
when that also gets complete, it will take care of, you know, staff offices and also additional classes to what we have in existence.
Wow. And based on the information now, I think they said we have about 1,600 students.
Okay, I think it should be around that figure. I'm not sure. You know, that's not our area, but
that's what I said, about 1,600. Yes. So which means we should be expecting more coming.
Of course, being our new statute as a federal university,
yes,
you know, the publicity of which your units have, you know, broadcasted to the entire nation.
Yes, sir.
People around this vicinity, Ibuzo, Ogwashuku, Delta State, our surrounding state, Anambra State, Bayelsa State, up until, you know, Imo State, River State. People prefer to send their awards here.
Okay.
I know a lot of students here that are from River State. Come here when our school shuts down. You'll see Rivers Joy, the popular transport company in River State.
Looking for passengers.
They'll be here. Several trips move from our campus direct to, you know, Port Harcourt. And, you know, these students have friends. They graduate from certain secondary schools. The information is there that there's a citadel of learning here that is doing well for their students because of our standard, you know, as supported by the Nigerian Navy, our proprietor. So we should expect more students.
Expecting more students.
Exactly.
Wow. So which means if you're expecting more students, we should expect them in thousands then.
Of course.
Wow. But at least the good thing is, with the constructions that are actually going, I think even if we admit 1,000 more students, we can still have enough ground to take them.
Yes, the university management already foresee this, and that's why the university management is planning ahead to ensure we have these facilities, the hostels, the classrooms, and, you know, more to come from, you know, funding and donor agencies like TED Fund, and other agencies that the Vice Chancellor is expecting to get support from.
Wow.
You know, he's always been out of campus soliciting on behalf of the university. So by the time all these solicitations start to yield, I'll tell you, you haven't seen anything yet when it comes to construction.
I know, talking about that TED Fund, I think you were talking about soliciting, and you just mentioned something about TED Fund, in as much as yes, I'm still laughing. But TED Fund, you were talking about soliciting, so you mentioned TED Fund. So TED Fund, I heard that, I actually saw, they brought in some things to the school, and they brought in their own support for the school, and I think so many things. There are things that both involves the staff and the students.
Exactly. You know, TED Fund's mandate is to, provide this support for higher institutions, not just federal institutions, even state institutions, higher institutions of learning across the nation, universities, colleges of education, polytechnics, anything you call tertiary institution, by their acronym, Tertiary Institution Fund. So the essence of TED Fund effort is to ensure that the standard in our public institutions is generally improved. So
yes,
what we got that you saw that arrived last week is what they call the zonal intervention.
Zonal
intervention.
Okay.
Exactly. So these are items to provide furnitures, computer and accessories to the university.
Wow. Wow. I think at some point, with this you just said, this zonal intervention, I think the things they actually brought is going to yield so much, because I think we're having shortage of lecture chairs. Because I think most times you see the student, because the school is still upcoming, we're still getting one or two things together. You see them carrying chairs about, and I saw as if they brought some chairs as part of the intervention. I think it will lessen a lot of the burdens.
Of course. Like you rightly mentioned, our current arrangement is that we have mobile classroom chairs, where we can position them where they are needed. So when we have an event or where we have to take a general examination at the multipurpose, or we have chairs there, then when classes break down to departments, they can easily move those chairs to those locations and receive their lectures. That is the essence of having those mobile chairs. But with the support we are getting now, we are getting more furniture, not only for students, for staff that will take care of location where staff require tables and chairs, proper furniture to set up an office. Then for classroom, like you rightly mentioned, stationed, this time around, stationed chair that will be fixed to the ground, permanent to those locations. That's what we're expecting to get in this tranche called zonal intervention. I saw the post by your unit where you said the first tranche of zonal intervention from TED Fund arrived, and you see it has been properly, we're in the process of receiving it and tagging it. Because when you receive intervention from TED Fund like that, you receive, you enumerate, you tag for TED Fund to see that you actually went through the real process, you got those items certified that you have received those quantities before TED Fund does the needful.
Oh, so after tagging now, they will expect the second one. Okay, anyway, they say let us not be ungrateful. TED Fund, we still need more. TED Fund, please bring more. We still need more. Because the school is still growing, so we still need more. If you can still send more to us.
Yeah, we are really waiting for more to come. They brought all this equipment to alleviate the management from the stress of not having enough equipment, office equipment, both for staff and for the students. And we are really grateful to TED Fund, and we are really expecting more from them. And thanks to CBN for attracting this test fund. Yes.
At this point,
Yeah, because he has been soliciting for all this.
Exactly. Yeah. I will also extend my gratitude, of course, our gratitude on our end, their staff, to Professor Christopher Bankole Ogbobo.
Yes.
You know, you've been Professor Christopher Bankole Indubisi. You've been saying CBN. Okay. Let's clarify the acronym.
Yes, exactly.
You know, our listeners all over the world.
Oh, exactly.
Now assume it's Central Bank of Nigeria, because we're still expecting that of Central Bank of Nigeria.
Yes.
Because for him to be hearing the Central Bank of Nigeria,
exactly.
CBN, Christopher
Bankole
Ogbobo. So we're still expecting to hear that CBN,
as we know it, of Nigeria, does something for Nigeria, for Admiralty University of Nigeria.
Exactly.
Wow.
Thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
This is really getting juicy and interesting. If you're not actually watching this, I think you're missing a lot, because so much is going on. The conversation is just interesting. You need to come to Admiralty University to actually see all this with your own eyes, because things are really bubbling. And when I say they are bubbling for good. They are making they're giving us so many juicy things that is trying to make us be comfortable. They are trying to create an enabling environment that is so serene for everybody. That's why you see in Admiralty University, apart from all these things you're hearing, there's also a green environment, a very nice serene environment, trees everywhere, green grass where you could just sit and you read. Even in dry season, you feel that comfort reading outside, sitting under the tree, breeze, this good breeze, this chilly cold breeze will just be blowing you, and then you just be feeling the comfort of the place. So in case you have not joined Admiralty, you're welcome to join Admiralty. And because of that, I think admissions are currently ongoing. And the Admiralty University of Nigeria is now selling its Pursuit TME form, and it's 2,000 naira for the Pursuit TME form. If you need one, go online and purchase your own. You pay through remitter, and then you can access the form on the Admiralty University website at www.adun.edu.ng. So please do well to go online. And the jump cutoff point, I think they said for the Faculty of Arts, Management and Social Sciences, together with the Faculty of Science, I think their cutoff point is 160 and above, while the Faculty of Law is 220 and above. And then we have the Faculty of Engineering and Maritime. That particular one, the cutoff mark is 170 and above. So if you know you fall within this range, you can also do well to come and apply speedily. Admissions is currently ongoing, and we also have the postgraduate class. So the form is also on sale. You can also go on the website and then you can access it. I think it's 2,000 naira for that. So for postgraduate, the fee will be related to, sorry please, let me not get it wrong.
For postgraduates, the fee is 30,000 naira. That's the application fee. While for the post-UME for undergraduate is 2,000 naira to apply to Admiralty University post-UME. While for the postgraduate school, this School of Postgraduate Studies, the fee is 30,000 naira.
30,000 naira. Of course, you're a postgraduate. Why will you be paying 2,000 for one? That's the reason why I said you have to wait. But let me just clarify it. You cannot come and have 5,000, 2,000. As a graduate, no. We need you to. You are spending for the quality that you need, and in ADUN, you can get all of that quality. We graduate first class. Not just first class, but students who are well equipped. We don't just graduate you without you having something upstairs. We graduate people who are well informed, well equipped, well learned.
We call them luminary leaders.
Luminary.
We graduate luminary leaders.
Yes. They're not. Did you hear the name? Can you hear that kind of name anywhere? University of Jos, University of Ibadan, I will not give you that name. Come to Admiralty University of Nigeria. No, forget about all those things that I'm just saying, I'm just playing. But just come to Admiralty, you become a luminary leader. You will be given a well-equipped, when you are living, you'll be well-equipped, just well-grounded, well-educated, skilled in your area of specialization. Yes. And do you have any other thing to say, ma'am?
Yes, the post-UTME has been ongoing since 1st of August, and it has been extended for the next 2 weeks. So we are expecting more of you to keep coming for the post-UTME exam.
Wow, it's still ongoing, and it will still be ongoing and ongoing and ongoing. So please, we expect to see you. And currently, exams is currently going on. So I heard the exams we have gone into a week and almost rounding up with the exams. If you have any comments for that, sir?
Exactly. If you recall, on our social media handle, we about 3 weeks ago there was what they call the examination orientation program that was organized by the ICT Directorate. Professor Vincent Balogun, the director of that directorate, powered that, and it was a forum for students and lecturers to rub minds and to educate the university community, the campus community, on the roles of each person. The student taking the examination, the lecturers that are going to supervise, the other non-teaching staffs that have roles to play in examination supervision, and that led to the commencement of examination last week Monday with the general study exams, and now we're in the second week of the examination. So we expect that by next week exams will have been rounded up, and that will be a roll-off of the 2024-2025 session. When students go on holiday, teachers mark examination script, then we'll be talking about 2025, commencements of 2025-2026 academic session.
Yeah, I believe the student has been adhering to the orientation that was given to them earlier on, and the exams has been going on smoothly all through this period. We had conversation with the students within the week, and they confessed they agreed that they adhered to the orientation given to them. A lot of things was said to them, and they are really enjoying the exam period. Yeah.
And I think what she has just said, you're going to hear directly from the students' mouths.
All right, so again, still on the issue and the matter of examination in Admiralty University of Nigeria. Today, we have 100 level students, all from the Admiralty University of Nigeria. And of course, they will be telling us their experience writing exams in the second time, of course, writing exams. This is the second semester in Admiralty University of Nigeria. They'll be introducing themselves, and afterwards they'll be telling us their experience writing exams in Admiralty University of Nigeria. So would you guys tell us just in one word or one sentence, how has the exams been so far in Admiralty University of Nigeria, being the second time you'll be sitting down for your exam?
Yeah, so since this is the second time we're writing the examination, it has been pretty smooth. We've gotten a little used to it, so it has been nice overall.
My name is Fatlewa Benga Elijah, 300 level student, forensic science. So the exam so far, I have to give glory to God. So it has not been easy, because examination here in Admiralty University is not a child's play; it's a serious affair. So, and it is the best is expected from you, because here in Admiralty University, examination malpractice is not allowed. So because of that, I've been reading and reading with sleepless night and everything. But I just have to give all glory to God that it has been going well. So to the glory of God.
Exams has been going on well. The environment has been conducive. Invigilators
invigilation also has been tight. It has been nice overall. Admiralty University of Nigeria will raise luminary leader. Thank you so much and bye.
They actually were expressing themselves and were telling us how good the exam was and how comfortable the environment was for them. And also, I would like us to discuss we recently had some recognitions by some of our staff. I think we have Professor Sisi Isitua. She was given an award recently. She did a presentation, in Abuja, and Joseph Dioha, who was also was awarded as a fellow. Yes. Nigeria Academy of Science, yes. And we also have Mr. Sylvester, actually, that was also elected as the PRO, the national PRO for NLA. Yes. And he also given some awards. So do you have something to say about this particular recognition? I think the school is actually moving to greater heights. That we're having well-qualified staff that could be well recognized, not just within the university but outside the university. I think it's something that we need to start applauding the staff for this, and we also need to applaud the Vice Chancellor, Professor CBN Ogbogbo, for actually trying to create an enabling environment for staff to equip themselves and also do research. I think the environment is actually very, very, as I keep saying, is a very conducive environment that allows you to earn your qualification. That's what I would call it. You earn it. That qualification, you earn it through doing research, equipping yourself, upgrading yourself. Imagine if they had not upgraded themselves, I don't think they would have been called for all those particular awards, or even go and present in front of the Navy officials and Army officials, all of that. So I don't think it's something that you just earn just like that. But first of all, you need to equip yourself. So please, do you have any comment on that?
Of course, you're talking about the recent event, about these two events you mentioned in less than 3 weeks, all concurrent. They took place chronologically. I think starting from the presentation by Professor Isitua. She was in Abuja at the Nigerian Army Resource Center. She delivered a lecture before what you would call the top guns of the Nigerian military hierarchy at the Army Resource Center. On our home field, application of forensic science in the field of defense, that was the topic. The theme she discussed was around that, and it was a truly bringing the lamplight to shine on Admiralty University. We will need more of that. Currently, the Chief of Defense Staff brought together all the Chief of Defense Staffs in Africa, and they're in Abuja currently, talking about defense in Africa, application of technology to defense in Africa, how Africa can integrate. Expect to see more of ADUN participating in more of this kind of events, being the fact that our proprietor, the Nigerian Navy itself, is a core of the Nigerian military. Then, you'll recall, I was telling you that when Professor CBN Ogbogbo, the Vice Chancellor, came in, he interacted with the knowledge, the subject matter expert in the field of renewable energy on ground, Professor Joseph Dioha. Baba was the former president of Solar Energy Society of Nigeria. So Baba was actually given the fellow of natural science and engineering in Nigeria. That's a top recognition. I think if you can call him, from today, I wouldn't refer to him as a professor any longer. I would rather be calling him a professor emeritus of science. Exactly. That's what I'll be calling him. Then, of course, our own colleague, Mr. Sylvester or Ebono of the library department of the university. Of course, Ebono is a shining star in that field. He is a promoter of what we call digitalization.
Yes.
They call him he refers to himself as a digital librarian. And librarians all over Africa, I wouldn't say just Nigeria, recognize his feat in this area. And you see, that's what Admiralty University of Nigeria does for you. It brings out the best in you, makes you to shine in your own discipline. Just like you're saying, helps you to hone your skill in that you said is your calling. The university management will give you the platform for you to do the best in what you are doing.
And when they don't see you make it, they will try to see how they can help you to actually attain that. And I think because of that, I think they had this international webinar conference that they had recently, where the chief, the librarian, she was invited.
Dr. Gladys Onya.
Yes, with her team.
Exactly.
As Mr. Sylvester Ebono and a few others. They were all on the webinar. And I think the countries that were involved in this webinar was Nigeria, India, Kenya, and the United States of America.
It's an international conference.
Sorry, United Kingdom.
It's an international symposium.
Yes. Wow. And I think what they were trying to work there was how to foster use technology in the aspect of library to foster collaboration. And I think that's a big step for ADUN. Because out of all the universities in Nigeria, I think Admiralty University of Nigeria and the Nigeria Maritime University were the two that participated in this webinar. And which is to show you that ADUN is actually going global. It's not just going, I think that was one of the key words of our principal officer, that's Professor Sibian Obobo,
Vice Chancellor.
The Vice Chancellor. His main aim was the school to go global, internationally recognized, not just locally, but both the local and international. So if you have something to say, sir,
I would say that's keen into the vision of the Vice Chancellor, who expects us to be university that impact locally and have global recognition. So that's around the theme of the Vice Chancellor. The theme of the Vice Chancellor is the theme of his vision is building a university that impacts locally and have global recognition.
Thank you so very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I would say that Admiralty University Library is a great hub for innovation, knowledge, and global recognition. And when you talk about Admiralty University Library, you see among this International Federation Library Association that was held recently that Mr. Ahmed talked about. If you look at it, you see that 3 libraries were selected, which Admiralty University was one of them. And Admiralty University made a presentation on how library services will be done on that regard. And if you look at Admiralty University Library, you see that we are highly digitalized, and you can access our library from any part of the world. And if you are well registered with them, they can also grant you access to other libraries. They will grant you access to other libraries, and you get all your information that you need in your research, your teaching. They work hand in hand with the lecturers to make sure that they give out to the student the right materials for learning. So I will say I was highly impressed my first time coming in contact with the Admiralty University Library, I was highly impressed. Their operation, their services, the way they will register you, their scan code, how you access their books is on another level. I would say Admiralty University of Nigerian Library is one of the best in the world. It's one of the best. Yeah, I would say, they have their ways of operation. They help you answer the 3W questions that you need as you are entering into the library. They help you answer the what, the how, and the where. How you will find the information you're looking for, where you will access it, and how, where, and what information you are looking for. They will help you do all that. So it's a good thing. Coming in contact is a good thing that Admiralty University of Nigeria Library is doing, and I will say they should keep it up. The good work they are doing, they should keep it up.
Thank you so very much, ma'am. Sir, any final words before we call it a day?
Okay, on a final note, I would like to add that we've been saying everything. We didn't touch our sport, but I would just drop that. Admiralty University, our students are one of the most active students you have on any campus. I see their sporting activity,
yes,
archery, football, and other games. Then, I also heard that you recall that we have an advert that is currently running for academic position,
yes,
for some programs, from professorial level for some of them to the level of assistant lecturer, while for others, graduate assistant.
Yes.
Also,
even for CSO,
yes,
Chief Security Officer.
A position of Chief Security Officer advert. This advert was placed on Leadership National Newspaper, and you can also go to our website www.adun.edu.ng for details of this vacancy. All of these that you see put together, all of the resources you have mentioned in the library, sports, and everything, of course, without money, without finance, exactly, it can't be possible. The bursary department, under the leadership of the Vice Chancellor, powers them. And of course, the procurement unit ensures strategic procurement that makes all this quality from inception of the library and every other unit possible.
That's why it's called CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria. We need we need the Central Bank of Nigeria to come because his name is also CBN. So, Professor Christopher Bankole Indivisio.
Thank you very much,
He's really a reliable leader. And he's a leader of integrity, and he looks forward to seeing progress. And that is what we want in this school, to be globally recognized, not just locally, but also globally. And so that we can also, people globally can also access this institution. So on that note, we say thank you so very much. And we would love to see you next time on this another episode of Track. And please don't forget to follow all our social media handles on Facebook. And we are also on Facebook. We're on X, Twitter. You see it, ADUN_official1. And you can see us on Instagram. You can see us on TikTok. So you can just search for Admiralty University of Nigeria.
Tell them to keep tracking the track.
Yes, so keep tracking the track.
Keep tracking the track.
Because if you don't track the track, you'll be lost. So please do well to track us on all social media handles. We are always live. So thank you so very much, and hoping to see you next time. Once again, I am Obadiah Moses, your host for today. Bye.